Hello viewers, I am so excited to have you on today's edition of Hard Knocks with Love Space. Today's edition will be featuring someone who has served the student judiciary, someone who is at home with the nitty-gritties of the things that involves the student judiciary. Today we shall x-ray what it means to serve the student in the Department of Judiciary and what role these judiciary arm of the students organization plays in the lives of the students. This is somebody who is not just at home with these things, but is someone also who is into politics. He is someone who has also run the student union government and has also served the students. And this person is none other than Comrade Gilbert Chinedum. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to today's show. It's so amazing to have you here. I mean, I've heard so much about you, the impact you made. Then when you were serving the students as the judiciaries, I mean, it was amazing, and I said I must have you because I believe that there are things the student needs to know. I believe that a lot of students seem not to know that there is something like the student judiciary. So please, can you say hello to our audience?
Well, thank you very much for having me in this program. It's a pleasure though. What the student needs to know, well, there are a lot of things that is involved in the student union government, student union judiciary, and also the student politics at large.
Okay. Your name is Comrade Gilbert.
Okay, my name is Comrade Gilbert Chinedum.
That means that you serve. Okay, Comrade Gilbert, it would interest us to know exactly what the student judiciary is about. What is, in general, let's use in general terms, what is the student judiciary?
Well, the student judiciary is the third arm of the student union government. In every institution, a case study of that of the student union government, Federal Polytechnic, Oko, Anambra State. It is a third arm of the student union government, and it was established in the year 1999, yes, because the then DSA, Sir H. Simbanisi, after who was the DSA then, he looked at it that there is no checks and balances and lack of accountability in the student union government. He thought it wise as a student-friendly deal to do what? To establish a balanced government, thereby establishing the student arm of parliament and also the student judiciary arm of government. And inside this judiciary arm of the government, it is segmented, which involves the Student Bar Association, the Judicial Council, and the Student Barristers Association are those that form and becomes the officers in the judiciary, the Judicial Council.
Okay, Mr. Comrade Gilbert, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
so you mentioned Federal Polytechnic, Oko, I believe. Now,
Yes.
this student judiciary, is it just for Oko students, or it's in other institutions in Nigeria, like universities and polytechnics? Is it just for polytechnics, or it is in other institutions?
Okay. The judiciary, it is not only centered in Federal Polytechnic Oko. It's also in Chinedum, Federal Polytechnic Wana, that is in Ebonyi State. Federal Polytechnic Nekede is also there, and Abia State Polytechnic, there's also judiciary arm. And even universities like UNIZIK and other universities have the judiciary arm. But you know one thing about the universities are those persons involved in the judiciary arm are only students who study law in that school. But since in the polytechnic that we are not studying law, then that is why the bar association was formed in order to groom persons who can be able to function at the judiciary arm, that is in the judicial council. They have justices and judges at the in Federal President Oko, they have 12 judges and justices.
So these judges and justices and even the students, let's say, what role do they play in the lives of students, the activities of students? We have this there's a student who wants to join this association. Probably, what would the person be called? And the students in general, what do they stand to benefit from this judiciary arm?
A whole lot of things are they stand chances of enjoying so many benefits, starting from building their leadership quality, their charisma, and also giving them the confidence, killing this inferiority complex. You know, a lot of students come out from their secondary school level, get into the polytechnic or higher institution, and they still feel like this place is new to me. But when they join an association like this, Student Bar Association, it builds their confidence to speak in public. A lot of students cannot stand up to answer questions in class, not to talk up, coming in front of the class to do what? To answer, to talk to their fellow students, not to talk of facing a panel.
Okay.
And the judges and justices are persons who sit to do what? To uphold the rights of what? The students when a case comes up.
You talked about the panel, and I'm beginning to imagine the panel. So does it mean that the students can the students actually sue, and who can they sue to this panel? What would be the case that would make a student sue to this panel? So let's take the SUG for example. Can the students, there are a lot of should I say misconceptions, the SUG with mismanagement of funds and some things that are going on in institutions. I'm not maybe making it specific to any institution. We're talking about everything in general. So now, does this cover this thing that a student can actually go to this place, report, or even sue somebody? Take for instance, okay, maybe the course representative, that is a course rep, maybe mismanages the student funds, maybe their welfare or anything like that. Can this student sue the course rep to the panel? Or maybe the SUG, there is a kind of mismanagement of and the body, the SUG body, the council, the governing council, can they sue the SUG to this panel? And what would the panel, what substantiates their decision that this stands, or what backs them up? You understand? This different questions in one. So I hope you elaborate more.
You have to
okay, so just tell me, can this student, what situation can this student actually sue?
Okay.
What situation can they sue maybe the SUG or
the student's house is so right, whether you are a barrister or not a barrister, to sue someone. In cases of between students misunderstanding and breach of trust, contract or whatever, as long as this person is a student, you have the sole right to sue them. Even the student union government, you can sue the union and say, oh, you can also sue the president, whatever office it is. It does not have anybody excluded. As long as the student union government constitution covers your rights is enshrined in that constitution, try to understand it. And that was in 2018 when I first joined this association. It built my confidence though, and I decided to show my vibrancy. The first suit I filed in this union was that of the director of sports. Yes, I look at the field, it's very untidy every day. It's not looking at. This is gradually becoming a bush. I liaised with my mentor in the bar association and I forwarded the case to the court. And the case came to the court.
So you sued him?
I sued him to the court. And this court is segmented into two: the High Court and the Appeal Court, the Students' High Court. That is where cases first come. And when you are not satisfied with the judgment of the High Court, you then appeal.
Okay, Comrade Gilbert. See, there are cases of lecturers manipulating students. There are cases of lecturers extorting from students. There are cases of lecturers doing various things. Can these students actually report to the panel such cases? And can the panel take up such cases? Can the students sue the lecturer?
The students can report the lecturers when they know their rights and they can be able to defend the rights, but not in the students' high court. Now, why I said when they know their rights and be able to defend their rights, the student can come to exam, write whatever he wants to write, submit, and when he's being offered a score, he cannot be able to stand up to say, "This is not my score." You know your rights, you know what you wrote, but when you are called upon to say, "Is this really?" When you are called upon by the panel, you are rejecting or being afraid. You can forward a report, file a report to the Cervicon Act 2. These two bodies are the ones that look at that of the staff.
The panel does not get involved with this kind of cases where a student, take for instance, the lecturer is trying to sexually abuse her, and then she cannot run to the panel to sue this person for sexual abuse and maybe inappropriate behaviors towards the female student. She cannot run to the panel, maybe sue the lecturer. But if there are some lecturers that can even go to the extent of forcing themselves on the students, such students cannot run to the panel to lay complaints, sue such a lecturer. The organ doesn't cover it.
You know, every organization has its own jurisdiction. The Student High Court has its jurisdiction to entertain cases between students, organizations, clubs, departments. That's of the lecturer. If a student runs to the student union government asking or complaining of molestation, what the union have to do is to help, advise, and also help forward the case to the Cervicon and Act so that they can look into that, but not handling that case. You understand the point?
Okay, they can't handle the case.
You can't handle a case
Which
to
means
a
that
lecturer and a student.
the student judiciary focuses more on management, rather maybe the SUG president, on maybe they handle more of the SUG president than the students. Is that what you're trying to tell us? The judiciary arm of the government in this institution does not fight such cases. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Understand this: the student union government and not the management union government. Get this now. And that is why there is an active Cervicon which you as a student, knowing your rights and being able to defend it, doing what? Going towards that direction to do what? Report your cases because they has the jurisdiction to handle that case. But these issues of students is what the student union government focuses on.
Okay, so you've served this very, it's been an amazing time though. How long have you served in the judiciary?
Well, when I joined the association, I spent 1.5 years, and by God's grace, I served in my chamber as the coordinator of Jackson Chamber. That is my chamber. I served there. After that, I went for my IT industrial training, then came back. And I'm still expected to go back to the judiciary and continue the services. Sorry for completing up saying such things here, but I know it's still a way of telling people that my capacity or with my little knowledge I still serve.
Okay, Mr. Gilbert, thank you very much for this session. Hello viewers, you've seen how far this is going, and it's been an educative moment all the while. You know what the Student Judiciary is about. It comprises of student legal practitioners, not necessarily lawyers, but in the institution, whether polytechnic or university, these people are they practice the legal terms of the institution, and they help to implement certain activities. They help to solve certain problems within their jurisdiction. I am your host, Love Speaks. And again, in case in anywhere you're watching us from, don't forget that whatever school that you are, you have the right to go to the Student Judiciary, table your matter, and get it solved. Nobody is above the law, not even your lecturer. Okay, comrade Gilbert, this show is moving to another phase, and there's this called Get to Know You. I mean, I believe that there might be interesting things about you that the audience or even your friends would like to know about you. Maybe testing your IQ. Okay, so let me. Okay, viewers, we're moving into another segment of this program. And before we come back, we'd like to take a short break. Please don't go anywhere. Welcome back from that short break. We are continuing Get to Know You. This is a different segment of this program. Okay, Mr. Gilbert, what trait best describes you? Are you funny, caring, or thoughtful?
You say thoughtful. You can't say funny because I know I'm not that funny. I'm not the point. You can talk about caring and thoughtful.
Caring and thoughtful. What extent? There are people that have limits to their caring ability. Some people build, kind of bridge to what they can care. To an extent, they can care.
To as much as I can.
What's the hugest sacrifice you have made or can make for anybody?
Huge sacrifice. This person is different.
Yes, the sacrifice I mean is for love, not even for just friends. I mean for love, yes. Don't tell me you're not a man of love, a man of war. Okay, then tell me.
Let's not talk about this.
No, you need to tell me. What sacrifice can you make? Come on, people make sacrifices for love, yes. I've heard people say they dropped out of school for love. Some say they didn't travel for love. I think so. What was going on? She had to choose between traveling for her master's and staying in Nigeria with her boyfriend. So, what sacrifice can you make for love?
I'm not preaching love anymore.
Yes. So sorry. I know a lot of persons are broken, a lot of persons are wounded, a lot of persons are bruised. This love thing out there is, but then we still need to care, we still need to love, we still need to make the sacrifices as much as we can. And remember, the next one is, have you ever been sexually abused?
This question is like.
Remember I told you just need to speak. Have you been sexually abused? Breathe. Okay, let's say. Listen, this is an educative platform.
Yeah,
from your story, others will get to learn. From your stories, people will get the courage to spill theirs, to share theirs. Do you understand? I have stories, people that have been sexually abused and molested. Hence, it's built them to who they are as adults. You understand? I understand what it is. It's not an easy thing to share, but then it's fine if you don't want to, you can move on to the next. Share?
I need you to understand that this is we have a political time we are doing. You understand?
Okay.
And we don't. That's not what we talk about.
Okay, no problem. It's all fine. So let's do this. There are 5 games for you here. In this 5 you pick 3. Whatever it is, you say it 10 times. If you get to win, if you say it perfectly very well, you win a prize. So you choose between number 1 to 5. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't indict me.
It doesn't indict, it's just
Okay. I think counts.
Choose from between 1 to 5. You choose 3 questions, yes.
Okay, let me go with number 2 first.
Number 2 says Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. You say it fast. You say it fast. Okay, let me reduce it to 5 times. Okay, so Peter Pepper picked a pack of pickled peppers. You see it fast, 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 and it goes. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
I've lost this.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Come on.
Honestly, I have lost this.
Okay, listen. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled. No, you have to get this. Just try it. Remember, there's a prize to be won. Yeah, okay. You've lost this prize. Let's okay, choose another number.
Okay, let me start from number 1.
Number 1 says 6 sticky skeletons.
6 sticky skeletons.
Again, faster. Faster, and you need to be audible, please.
6 sticky skeletons.
Okay. Come on. You need to say it again.
6 sticky skeletons.
Faster, you're saying 6. Okay, you've lost this prize again. You've lost this on -5. The next one, you can choose another number, your third one.
Okay. Number 5. Let me see.
Number 5. 6 shiny snails sailed silently. 6 shiny snails sailed silently. 6
shiny snails sailed silently.
5, faster.
6 shiny snails.
Faster, no, you're picking it.
I can't say that fast.
Okay,
honestly,
let's go again. Let's go. It has to be a thing, okay? 6 shiny snails sailed silently. I'm even falling. Okay, let's say it again. Okay, 6 shiny snails sailed silently.
6 shiny snails sailed slowly. That is it.
Sorry, I'm laughing. Okay, it's been an amazing time with you. It's been an amazing time with Comrade Gilbert Chinedum. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just about being serious. We get to catch crews online. We get to have the fun. We get to stir up the atmosphere, make it lively for us. Don't forget that this program is more for the creative. Education, politics, digging deep, fact-finding, investigation, and relationship. We also talk about real-life stories. I am your host, Love Speaks. Stay tuned. Get back here every week to get a dose of these kind. Remember, keep watching. Don't blink. If you do, you mix.